down this early Sunday morning. Good morning, by the way. Welcome to the vlog. Well, as I mentioned yesterday, I am going to Manchester today. Why? That will become apparent in due course. For now, I just want to say I am tired. And the reason is that I went dancing last night. Why did I go dancing if I knew I was going to go on a day trip today? Because I took advice from somebody who from now on shall be known as the bad influence. And she said, yeah, just go. You can catch up on your sleep later. So here I am. Slept about 3 a.m. last night, got up at 8. And it's not even 10 o'clock and I'm almost at the station. See you in a second. Well, the ticket machines are out of order, so I have to go and collect the tickets from the counter, I think, and look at the queue. Goodness, I had the ticket reference ready and I had left home quite early today, so I could actually collect the ticket from the counter. Otherwise, I would have to run for the train. And look at me, does it look like I run anywhere? So I might have missed the train. But yeah, now I'm on the train. So you know that I'm going to Manchester today, and I have a mystery about why I am going. So I am going to meet an old friend of mine, Bhuvnesh, who is visiting here from India. And Bhuvnesh and I go back like 18 years. So he's an old friend, and there's an expression, old friend, old wine, old rice are the best. I'm going to talk slightly about it, but maybe against it, as in, are old friends the best friends? Let's find out in our newscast. Here's the story in short. I met Bhuvnesh when I lived in US, and he got to US about a week after I arrived there. So we were both new there, and we became friends because we were very similar but also quite different. So, but there were some things in which he was very different from the other people who were working there. There were quite a few Indians working in the same company. But, and this is going to be a horrible stereotype, I've faced it so many times, I'm sick of it. Even when going out of the office or out of the house, when you are going for drinking or just hanging out or somebody's birthday party or whatever the occasion, Indians talk about only work. Work, money, company, bonus, leaves, going to India, that's all, nothing else. And that used to be extremely boring for me. Bhuvan was different, that he could talk about other things like cultural differences, things that we observed there, other plans to go out, taking trips out with family, things like that, and lots of other things. So we used to talk on so many variety of topics. Same thing with his wife Vijaya as well, that she was a homemaker, but unlike quite a few homemakers, she didn't used to talk only about home and cooking and only those things. She could talk about philosophy and religion and lots of other things. And we used to have amazing conversations, the three of us. So I used to go to his place quite a lot. I think at least 5 times a week. And probably like at least 3 times a week. My dinner used to be at his place, and Vijay was very fond of cooking, and she used to like experimenting with things, and we used to be guinea pigs. Bhuvan and I used to be the guinea pigs for her experiments. By the way, just so you know, I'm not very sure that I will be able to introduce you to Bhuvnesh. It depends on his mood. I will ask him. If he says no, then it's no. There's no room for negotiation. So we'll see. I found him. This is Bhuvnesh. This is the Central Library. Huge building. Check that out. Huge building. Unfortunately, it's closed today, so we can't go in, but we can see it from the outside. A very impressive building. Okay, so I was telling you that story that Bhuvnesh and I became friends long time ago. But we were good friends even when our friendship was like 0 years old. Let me take another example. So, you know my friend Harsha by now. I've mentioned her a couple times. And I have known her very little time, but when I first met her, we got along very well, and I knew she was going to be a good friend. And maybe in 10 years' time, we will be able to say, oh yes, she's an old friend of mine. But it doesn't take 10 years to know that somebody is going to be a good friend of yours. Why is that? Because what happens is that you get along with people, you like people, the way they think, the way how they're open-minded or creative, or they think like you do, or they're interested in things that you are interested in. So you keep those people around, you interact with them more, you mix with them more. And the people that are not your kind of people, the people you don't like, you don't appreciate, you don't admire, you kind of let them go. So good friends become old friends with time. It's not that you only have good friends if they are old friends. See what I mean? So the converse of that would be that people who you have known for a long time, but you would cross the road to avoid talking to them because you don't like them. So just the duration doesn't make somebody a good friend. If you want another example, then there's my dance family. Haven't known them long, love them to bits. So my whole contention, my argument, the moral of the story is, hold on, I remember this quote from an Indian writer. He says, in his words, स्नेह की गहराई समय की लंबाई से नहीं नापी जा सकती, which translates to the depth of affection cannot be measured by the length of time. I cannot say it any better than that, can I? Good people are good people whether you have known them long or not, and sometimes you just know when somebody is good and compatible with you. So good friends versus old friends are usually good friends because they were good friends to start with. In other news, we had a great day in Manchester. It was nice to see Bhuvnesh. It was wonderful to meet Shailesh and hang out with him. Quite a nice, cool guy. So we had fun, walked around a lot. The Manchester people actually held a parade in our honor, which was very nice of them. Thank you, Manchester. And now I'm going home. Oh yeah, I found my chocolates that I have been looking for so long, Lindt, mango and cream. So that was awesome. Really psyched about that. Yeah, overall, fantastic day. And because I've taken so many visuals, including the parade, it'll take me a few days to actually process this and upload this. But hey, if you're watching this, then I succeeded. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. And meet me here tomorrow.